One of the best pieces of advice I ever received was from a children's show, and it's that you need to learn to move the rock. This advice comes from a little show called Avatar The Last Airbender. Maybe you've heard of it. Even if you've never seen the show before, stick with me because this perspective might change your life. So Aang is the Avatar, and he has to learn all four elements in order to defeat the Fire Lord, who sucks. And one thing you need to understand about Aang is that this kid is a prodigy. Like, he's filled with so much natural ability, natural talent, incredibly gifted, no lack of ability whatsoever. However, Aang was raised as an airbender. And the entire philosophy of the airbenders is that when you're faced with a problem, you learn to avoid, evade, or maneuver your way around it. So it comes time for Aang to learn earthbending, and as you can imagine, earth is the opposite of air. And their philosophy is also entirely different. The first exercise that his earthbending teacher Toph, who's an icon, has him do is learn to move a rock. And so Aang sees the rock and he goes back to his natural instincts of trying to figure out a unique angle to hit the rock so that it will move easier. Toph's like, that's not how this works. If you want to move the rock, you have to actually stand 10 toes down, deepen your stance, and push through the rock. And Aang really struggles with this. The reason Aang struggles to move the rock is because he lacks the confidence and resilience to believe that he can. And it's only when his earthbending teacher brings him to his absolute limits does he finally get fed up and move the rock. Once he moves the rock one time, he's able to move the rock a lot easier afterwards. There are going to be parts of your journey that are just going to be scary, and there's no way to get rid of the fear. You simply have to do the thing afraid. If you always avoid the rock never gets easier to move. I am the way I am because these are the kinds of shows that raised me, so let me know if you want a part two.